Hey guys, it's Stephen and Phil here back on FOOTY.COM with another kit review. We've been close to home recently with Aston Villa, Sheffield United, Norwich, and now we're heading back over to the continent with Real Madrid and their third kit, which has just been announced today. So we're going to take a deep dive into that and review it and give it a score and all the usual stuff that we do on these videos. Before I go too far as ever, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You're a big fan of kit culture and all that kind of stuff. We've done absolutely loads of reviews, but it's Phil's opinions time. Phil, what is your take on the new Real Madrid shirt? It's yeah, well, I'll leave it to you. Go. What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, if you've seen on Twitter and you've probably seen the release, of course, there's a few obvious comparisons. I'd say as a kind of headline, Adidas are probably just a little bit late to the party in a few ways. I do actually like this shirt though, and I think we'll talk about. I think kind of in another year, I would say this is actually quite a nice shirt. It's still a nice shirt. It doesn't
connect with me. I don't know why. So
yeah,
I think it's because
I think you're not the only one who said that. Yeah,
I don't like the almost like the texture. And there's something about that texture to me just looks a bit.
Yeah, I think that's
looks
very
heavy, and like I sort of can describe it. It looks like a cotton weave or something like that.
And it's one of those shirts which you'd like to see it in person because I think you're absolutely right about the texture jumps out quite a lot.
It looks like a jumping material. I can't explain why it does, but like.
And I sort of, it's funny because a few Adidas shirts have had something along these lines, but something about the shots, and maybe it is just the press photos, but it looks a little bit more, as you say, the kind of. The way the knit, or the way the kind of chunkiness of it does come across. It
does look chunky, doesn't it? Yeah.
So whether that's reflected in the final design,
and it's also very much a victim, I think. Not everyone will agree with me on this, but very much a victim of the modern take on shirts, where it's obviously like the Interval kit. It's obviously like that, and the collar thing. I've gotten so used to the way the collar's cut off now, and the Nike kind of template ones. Like this just feels a bit weird to me. It's like
it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Now it just feels a bit odd. I think it's like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But
I mean, a brief comment on that. So obviously the Interval kit, the away kit is the most obvious comparison for many reasons, not just the colour. And I think in general that mint colour, because it is broadly a mint kit. I don't think they've called it mint, but we could refer to it as that. And of course it follows a number of other mint kits last year. It's one of these things, trends are there for a reason. I think that colour, I think it's still quite nice, but the problem is, like anything, after you start to see 2 or 3 kits in a similar colour from very big teams. Let's be fair, Arsenal's third kit last year, which a lot of people commented on. This is a bit of a marriage of Arsenal's kit this year with their third kit last year, the mint kit, which I quite liked. But
having said that, I'm not saying this is a bad kit by any stretch of imagination. It's just some certain things about it just don't quite settle with me. Some things. I think it's mainly the texture. It just looks a little bit like it needs an iron.
And the thing for me,
it does actually on some of these photos need an iron. So what do you think does help?
The thing which I find, and this is getting picky, but something about the collar, and it's not so bad in some of the shots. But if you scroll down, sort of that one of Modric or even Isco there, like kind of the way the stripes look really uneven. And again, I think that's because of the shot, the press photos. But there's something about that which looks a little bit.
It doesn't settle very well, does it?
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sit as well.
I said that with the Arsenal kit as well, but I feel like I said that in the Arsenal kit review. Where I said it felt like it didn't sit on people's necks very well.
You did.
It's almost like the cut around it. It almost looked a bit like baggy at the back there, because it was almost like it feels like it's been made in a material which is probably quite rigid, so it just sits like in a boxy way and doesn't rest on you.
And I personally sort of brushed over that quite a lot. I do really like Arsenal's kit. I think probably what I don't like as much about this kit, although it is very similar to Arsenal's, is probably just the fact that it feels like with the colour and a few of the other things, and this isn't actually necessarily Real's fault, but the Club World Cup badge, we have to talk about that. It looks terrible. It looks really bad.
They need to just put it on the sleeves or something like that, maybe. I guess they can't sponsor these days, can they?
I was going to say, I think, I'd have to check the regulations. I think there's something about it needing to be on the torso, or at least it's always been on the torso, which makes you think.
Not central.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know that. And that has, of course, been the case for some other shirts. I think for some previous Madrid shirts as well. So, it really does look out of place.
It's just ugly, isn't it?
Unfortunately,
it doesn't fit any form of cohesive pattern or symmetry, sadly. And then we have to review it because it's part of the shirt, literally.
We do.
I'm not sure it makes too much difference to the shirt in general, really. Sure. It's not like this was a classic shirt ruined by an unfortunate bad. I think it's just a good shirt with an annoying bit of thing, which adds to a couple of noticeable little things. But
I do like this shirt. I think I've been probably a bit too negative, at least in what I've said, because I think the problem is, and obviously we have to compare it to the kits, but I do think if this came out last year or even 2 years ago, probably, I think it stands out, and that I think we're getting used to.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah, we're getting used to the cuffs and the collar, and it almost feels a bit like, oh, we've seen it before. But honestly,
it's been a month ago. I thought we saw it the first time, probably.
And the thing is, like, and actually, as a design, if we try and look at it individually, and obviously context is important, but I do think as a shirt, I really like the style. I do like those kind of cuffs and the collar. Yes, it is quite common. I think you could probably say it's kind of reached the common stage. It's not as good as a West Ham, and I do think I prefer Arsenal's, despite the obvious similarities. It's very, very similar to Arsenal's kit, but I think because Arsenal had a similar kit like this in the 90s, I think those give it a kind of few more points. But this is a design.
I'd love
to
still
see
like
it.
I'm Googling around now and I'm seeing different pictures where the colour looks so different, because it's like, I think these press photos don't really do this colour of shirt a favour. They make you feel flat and lifeless. Whereas,
and you know what?
Like the one here now is just a JD Sports picture, which I think is a legit one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Like the colour looks so much nicer. It looks like summertime and ice cream.
You know what?
It looks like chocolate chip mint, where it doesn't.
Really good point.
And I think that makes a difference because you see the navy pop a little bit more. Is that black on the shoulders?
I think it looks like a very dark navy to me, but
it's like two different shades of navy, isn't it?
I'd have to look. I think
that's
that could
different colour
be
to the collar's different colour to the sleeve.
That would be interesting. I mean, you're really. Oh yeah, no, I think you're right.
So that's interesting. They've got the black on the shoulders.
That is the kid shirt, but I mean, you'd expect it to be the same. So yeah, very interesting. I think it's a great point about the press photos. Because there's something about them that it's a very kind of very blue room, and
it's very desaturated as well.
And it just doesn't. It doesn't look. You're right. It doesn't look good. It doesn't show off the kit. Whereas if you look at Inter's kit, and they didn't have many press photos.
Those photos are really vibrant, weren't they?
Yeah, and Inter's kit was a bit better. The gold worked better. The Pirelli sponsor looked a little bit better, but like that. So that example of the Inter kit there, the shot there with the backdrop of. I don't know what the building is, but there was. Really
I like the way that Nike have framed their pictures this year with that kind of floating shirt in front of some city landscape thing. I know what it's about.
It
works really well.
Yeah, and honestly, I think just a final comment on that. I think in general, Adidas haven't been as good. I would say selling their kits. I really like the Arsenal video they did, but apart from that, there's not been many good. I would say releases from a photography perspective. So that's a good point.
Indeed. So we'll get to the bit where we give it a score now. As you can see to my right on screen, we've got is it to my right on screen? Yeah, it is to my right on screen. We've got loads of kit reviews there. Real Madrid, the home shirt is somewhere, whereas I can't remember
where
did
we score that? I really can't remember.
First to spot it wins prize. Respect. What do we give it?
I don't know if it's on there.
It should be on there. I've missed it off there.
And the funny thing is, I really can't remember where I scored it.
No, well, there it is. It's there. 82 we gave it.
Okay, 82.
You gave it 82, Phil.
Very good.
So I thought I messed up accident, but no. Where's this one? That's it for you.
Yeah, I actually think this is quite similar. When we talked about the home shirt, it was I liked it. I liked the gold, and I thought actually, despite being relatively plain, it was a lot better than the previous home shirt from Madrid. So look at this one for various reasons, which I hope we've covered in the previous chat. It's not an Inter away. Despite the similarities, and it's not an Arsenal home. So even though it's similar to those kits, I don't think it's in the conversation. I do think it's nice though, and actually I think it's close to the home kit. I would give it in the region of high 70s, low 80s. Yeah, let's give it an 80. I think that's a good score.
It is a decent shirt.
It is really good. And honestly, if you're a Madrid fan, I think this is a good pickup.
Further pictures that Adidas haven't actually put out themselves, it makes it look more fun. And once again, I think in person, some of my worries about the material and texture would probably dissipate. You probably probably more refined. I mean, that's a pretty fair score in general for what is a pretty nice shirt.
Good combo for Real there, 82 and 80.
81 average. Probably how many points they get this season. We'll revisit in 12 months, I reckon.
Very good.
Maybe because I think La Liga, they signed up a lot of players, but I still think their squad balance is going to be all over the place. Maybe, we'll see. Less football talk and more shirt talk, talking all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, for now, that is our score to the Real Madrid shirt. We'll put a link to the home kit review on screen immediately after we finish talking, so go and check that out as well. Don't forget as well to hit the subscribe button if you're a fan of kit culture and all that kind of stuff. We've just done so many kit reviews, as you can see by that big list a few minutes ago. For now, though, we'll see you tomorrow in a bit.